All right. We are live. So welcome everyone. Today is Friday, which means it is our weekly Q&A day. I am super excited to share some things with you about live streaming and some new additions that we have into our program as well. So let me show you first how you can join if you are a member. Let me let Miss Maria in here. Actually, before I do that, just to give everybody a minute, because sometimes when I share my screen, I can't see people are trying to get in. I did want to share with you guys this that just got delivered yesterday.
Oh boy.
See? Do you see my Highly Award? How cool is that? Bridget Bartlett, Vision Marketing and Design.
That's so
So
beautiful.
I know it is such a cool award too, and it's
That's so
super
cool.
heavy. Like, I mean, I don't even know. It probably weighs like 20 pounds. It's really heavy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really cool. But that is so super cool. When we went to the high level summit in October, we took pictures and everything, but it was just like with the award, so it wasn't like our engraved version and all of that. So I was super excited to get that. Okay, so I do want to share with you guys how to join if you are a member. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And first of all, you can go to bridgetbartlett.com. Now, there's many ways you can join. You can go to myvisionagency.com, you can go to bridgetbartlett.com. Either way, you're going to click the login button, and you'll see this video here. If you're logging in for the first time, that'll show you how to create a password and all of that. But what you want to do is click here to get access to the membership area. So here I'm in the certified partners membership area. You do need to be a member of My Vision Agency to get access. So if you did want to become a certified partner, you can actually join if you go to bridgetbartlett.com. You go up here to get certified. So this is being certified through HighLevel directly. It is not through me. So you will get the badge and all of that stuff that you can get access to. And then you'll get access to my weekly coaching as a bonus for that. So you will, when you want to join the Zoom meeting, what you're going to do is get access, to your membership area here. You're going to go to Zoom meetings, and then you can actually click here to join the Zoom. Now, you can also, if you go to the learning tab or in your other resource area, it's really the same thing. You could just go to Zoom support, and then you're going to want to make sure to click on the weekly Q&A. Do not click on open office hours. Our weekly Q&A is what we use on Friday. So it's two different Zoom links. Okay. Go ahead and let Manny in here as well. I love that you guys are using Fathom because it is so awesome. If anybody watching, if you're not using Fathom yet, you should. Oh my gosh, it's free. And they did come out with a paid plan that you guys, all those, when like our meetings are over and you receive that cool AI summary that is from Fathom, it automatically sends the recording and AI summary. You can actually click the links and it goes right to the spot in the video where that was discussed. I think it is super cool and well worth the money. So I want to share with you before we get started today about live streaming, because we had some questions in open office hours and I promised I would go over this a little bit. Before I get started, the SOP, or basically this Google sheet that I shared yesterday, I actually created a copy for you guys so that you can use it like without all of my things. Of course, you'll see like the link to the group and all of that, but it's ready for you guys to start using if you want to, utilize this without having to create it yourself. I even added like our old onboarding and then the new one. So I did add this to your resource area again. So let me go back and show you. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to resources and you'll see the daily checklist here. Okay. If you are a certified partner, I did put it in our group coaching weekly replays. So it'll, under today's date, you'll see that you can click there and then you can access that. Okay. So you guys, it will prompt you to make a copy. So you'll just want to make a copy and then you can start using it however you wish. Okay. So hopefully that helps you. It definitely helps me. And like I said yesterday, you can actually embed this into your HighLevel account by going to settings in your agency, going to custom values or custom menu link, and then just pasting the link. Okay, so it's really cool. Now, to go over the live streaming a little bit, I did want to make sure before I get into that, did you guys have any questions or anything that that you wanted to ask me before we dive in? I'm not going to use the whole time, but I just want to make sure to touch on this so that you guys can actually start using this and hopefully answer a lot of questions that you have. Charles is smiling from ear to ear.
Oh, yeah, I got a question. So and the OBS training that we talked about yesterday was phenomenal. So I've used that. I've created a community, which was crazy. Landing pages, all that type stuff. The offer, the automations, the videos were great on that. I'm doing Descript right now. And the highlighting on that for social media, taking the long form to short form, amazing. I was up to like 4 in the morning. So my question is, are we able to, with Descript, are you able to export videos that are longer than an hour or they have to be under an hour? I was confused on that.
That I don't know about because I haven't used Descript in a few months actually, just because I don't use a lot of those like video editing
Mhm.
tools that because I'm live so much.
Okay.
The main tool that I'm using like for videos
Mhm.
is the video.ai.
Yeah, yeah, okay, 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 okay. We'll do.
Yeah. Miss Maria, I see your hand up.
Oh oh, man, it sucks. I missed that training. I had doctor's
Catch the
appointments. I
replay.
couldn't make it. And I really need it. So somebody send me that recording ASAP. I don't
Um,
have it.
Yeah, I am going to talk a little bit about that today. So hopefully, and I
Thank
love
you.
doing these types of trainings with you guys because then you can, ask me in real time, kind of like we do with open office hours. But those times I don't really have anything planned to teach you guys. But let me go ahead and share my screen here and let's talk a little bit about live streaming because as you guys know, I have gone live 5 days a week for the last 4 years. Okay. I I go live without even like a second thought at this point. But and this takes me literally like no time. I have like this perfect system that I've developed over all of these years through trial and error to be as efficient as I could possibly be. So I talked a little bit about kind of the networking things, that I do, like responding to messages and things like that. I talked a lot about that yesterday, but I kind of breeze through this part here where I talk about the actual like setup of the live streaming. Okay. Now, what I love to do with live streaming is, and you can see this little diagram I've created for you. Okay, so the goal here is I'm going to go live one time a day. Okay, now the reason I love this, why I love going live over pre recorded videos, is that people can join me. I'm like a real person and they know where I'm at, like 5 days a week. And if they have questions, they know where to find me, right? So I love going live. And I also, if you think about yourself, you love watching live streams. We love the idea of being able to, watch someone on social media or on YouTube and then actually commenting a question and then having them say out loud our name and answer us. We love all of that, right? But also from a business perspective, if my goal is to be the best resource for people who want to sign up for HighLevel, then I want to be as accessible as possible because when it's fresh in their mind, that's when I want them to ask the question, right? So what I do is I want to be as efficient as possible. So I go live one time a day for 5 days. Okay. Now, when I'm going live, I want to send that to my email list. I want to send that to Twitter, or like I would love to go live on Twitter at the same time, right? I want to go live in my Facebook group, on LinkedIn, and on YouTube. So for me to be able to go live and do all of that, of course, I'm not going live in the email, but I'm sending the link to the YouTube event that I create from Restream. Okay. So if we look at Restream here, you can see that I'm actually live streaming. I have this set up to actually go to Zoom today, but Monday through Thursday, since I don't have people like meeting me like joining me in the live, then I don't really need to use Zoom, right? So what I'm going to use is OBS. I love OBS because it gives me the functionality of adding, the banner at the top of my videos and, a QR code. And another thing that I absolutely love, and probably the biggest thing that I started using OBS for, is the quality of videos. If I am, Restream will record the video and you will have access to it in your video storage here for a little while, and then, it gets removed unless you want to buy more storage here, which I don't. So the quality of it is not nearly as good. Also on Zoom, the quality is not going to be nearly as good. Also, if you're just streaming to YouTube and you don't have great quality equipment, it's not going to, obviously, you're not going to get a great quality video. So once you invest in things to make your best quality video, you want the best quality. And if you're trying to cut down the videos, like if you're taking, like I like to do with my our weekly Q&A sessions, is I'm actually taking the video and I'm chopping it down and I'm making it into short form video. If I don't have the best quality for that, then it's going to be really grainy and it's going to be horrible. And so if I'm trying to be efficient, then I want to make sure that the quality of video that I'm recording is the best quality possible. Okay. So using Restream is not really an option for me for that reason. Okay. So what I do, and I'm going to pull this up, but sometimes it, like when I pull up OBS, it will like hijack my my mic and my camera. So I'm going to pull this up and then I'm going to check with you guys to make sure that you can all still hear me. Okay. So let me pull up OBS. And just to be clear, you guys let me know if you want to raise your hand. Let me know. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me see your faces.
I can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
So, cool. All right, so let's talk about OBS now. Now you can see this is the back end of what I do Monday through Thursday. Okay, now when you join me in the Zoom, I'm not doing this because I'm not using OBS. Okay, when there is some like super technical stuff that you can do to invite people into your meeting if you're using OBS and all of that, but I don't do that. It's too much for me. This is a great system for me, and like I always preach, if it's working for you, keep doing it. Okay, we're trying to make things simple, not harder and more complex. All right. So what I've done is I've actually used Canva and I've created just a simple video here, and it has a countdown timer. Okay. So if I move this and I go over to Canva, you can see to create this video, it's like you can do, let's just say presentation. Okay. And then you can drag in your video, you can drag in the text. There's timers. If you just look for like countdown, of course, you got to spell it right. If you look for countdown timer, you'll find that. So what you're going to do is you're basically just going to use Canva and you're going to design your intro and outro videos. Okay, that's what I've done. I even use, you can go to YouTube Studio and you can download free music. The reason I love YouTube Studio is because they're the pickiest when it comes to using music. So if you use the music in YouTube Studio, it's free. You can also purchase music if you really want to, but in my experience, anytime I've done that, even if I have the right to use it, sometimes I will get copyright strikes and then I'll have to appeal and then show them I have the right to have the music. And then, it takes away, it's just such a hassle. So I just have gotten into the habit of using a audio track from YouTube Studio that's free. Okay. So what I will do is I will take that, and let me see if I could just quickly go to YouTube, just because I like to show you all the steps. I don't want to leave something out. So I'm going to go to YouTube Studio, which is, let me go to my channel here. Oops, YouTube Studio. I'm going to click there, and then you'll see that you have creator music. Okay, so you'll see here the free music. So all you need to do is just choose one that you like. You can sample it if you want to. And then when you go back to Canva, all you need to do is upload. You would just go upload and then just upload the audio. Just like you can see, I have some sample audio here. Okay, so you're going to create your video, you're going to create your audio, you're going to get the intros and outros exactly how you want them. You're going to download them into an MP4 file. Okay, so now here we are, OBS. Now, OBS is divided by scenes, okay? So if I wanted to create a new scene here, I'm just going to create, let's just say scene 2. And when I create that scene, I now need to tell it, what do I want to put on here? Okay, so we probably want window capture. I'm just going to call it window capture. And then it's going to say, well, which window do you want to capture? So I need to tell it which window I want to capture. And I'm not going to choose that because I'm probably really going to screw up everything I'm doing here. But so I have the window capture. So if I had chosen the window that I wanted to capture, it would be showing right here. Okay, now maybe I want an image. Okay, so if I want that image that I have here, where you can see I have like this banner that has my all of that, that's just a banner that I've created on Canva. It's 1920 by 50 is the size of it. So you just add whatever you want to, and then you're going to pull that in. So when we're thinking about scenes, okay, this scene right here has the screen capture, and then it has this image. Okay, so you can see there are times when I don't want my the live banner, the one that says like Bridget Bartlett. So you could see there's nothing up there now. Sometimes I'll even switch between that and like a white one. Like if I'm doing like recorded videos where I'm maybe just putting them in the knowledge base and I don't necessarily want to have that up there, I can just hide or show whichever one there. Okay, and I can also do this live. Okay, so if you are interested in OBS, it's totally free. It's like absolutely powerful. There's no reason to not use OBS. If you're going to take the time to learn something to produce videos, it screen records, you can live stream with it. You don't need Restream unless you want to live stream to multiple places, okay? Then you need Restream. That's really the only reason that I use Restream, is so that I can tell OBS, stream it to Restream, because then Restream is going to redistribute it to all of the channels that I've connected to Restream. Okay. So, so this is kind of how it's all built out. There are an enormous amount of tutorial videos that you can check out on YouTube that are all about OBS. Everyone's using OBS. It's really incredible. So this is whether you are live streaming, which I have it set up to record automatically when I click on start streaming. So I click start streaming, and then I am now, of course, when I do live stream, I need to take, I always forget this part. Let me show you this, just because, again, I'm trying to be thorough here. What you want to do is you want to go to Restream after you create your event. Let me find my Restream here. So we're going to Restream. Okay, I'm going to walk you through this process. You've created your thumbnail on Canva, okay? Your thumbnail, which you can just click thumbnail and just create whatever you want. So you've created your thumbnail on Canva, and you can see if I go through my list here of what I'm actually doing, I create the thumbnail on Canva. I'm creating the event on Restream. Okay, so here I am in Restream, and I'm just going to click on schedule an event. Okay, and then I'm going to choose the encoder because I'm going to use Restream. Okay, now today I'm live streaming everywhere, and instead of OBS, I've just put that into Zoom. Okay, so I'm using the encoder, and I'm going to give my video a title. I'm going to add the description here, and then I'm going to schedule it for when I want to go live, and then I'm just going to upload my thumbnail here. Okay. Now, once I've done that, it's going to tell me, you know, if when I go to the next step, it's going to say all of the channels it's connected to. It's going to give me the option to connect or not. And then, of course, I can edit the title and the description if I want to, but typically I just say next and then schedule the event on all of those networks. Okay. Now, if you did want to add, if you're curious, these are the networks that I have here. But if I did want to add a destination, let me see how. You can actually choose add channels. Here's what I wanted. You can actually choose from any of these. Okay, so this is what Restream will like redistribute all of your live streams or your pre-recorded videos. It even does that, right? So this is what I'm doing, connecting to, I'm creating my event on Restream. Right now, when I create that event on Restream, what actually happens is I go to YouTube because it's created. One of the events is YouTube. Okay, so I go to YouTube and I'm just going to, like today, it's this one. I'm just going to open up that event and then I'm going to grab the link up here. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to take this back to my HighLevel account and I want to send my list. Okay. So now if you were following along here, let me go back to this. There's my little cheat sheet here. My whiteboard that I was, oh, here we go. So if I go back to this, right, we are creating the event on Restream. We connected Restream using the RTMPS settings, right, by going to settings and then pay. And you guys, there's no way that you're going to just be like, okay, I'm a master at streaming now, because this is a lot of information. But I just want you to understand the process of it so that you can start diving in and then understanding which parts of OBS that you need to learn, which parts of Restream do you need to learn, and then maybe start thinking about which social media channels do you want to live stream to. Some of them you won't have access to right away, like LinkedIn, I had to apply to get access to. And so, of course, you need to choose all of those things. Okay. So it's going to be a process, but the thing is, get started, right? If you have to get started on Restream and not even using OBS, just do something to get started, or use OBS and then don't use Restream yet. Maybe just upload the videos, whatever you have to do until you can get, the whole process. Once you get it, it's like, it's easy peasy, right? I could set all this up like in my sleep. I've done this so many times. Okay. So create the event on Restream. It's going to all of these places. Now we need to send the email. Well, I already have a template created, right? So now I'm making this even easier. I just go into new and I'm going to create my campaign. Click it. And then it's in live events. I have it in a folder. I'm just going to choose newsletter. And then I have like a video placeholder here. So I'm just going to click on my video and I'm going to paste in the event that I just created using Restream. And you see now it's updated. I'm going to click save, and then I'm going to send to my list. Okay. So now if you're following along again, what I've done is created the thumbnail on Canva. I set up the event on Restream. And now, and of course I've scheduled the email here, but now what I also do is I go to my personal Facebook profile and I will actually create a post, and I'm going to share that same thumbnail, and I'm going to share whatever we're talking about. And then I'm going to do @digital. And then I'm going to say, and if you want to join us, go ahead and join my group. Now, the reason I'm putting the tag to my group instead of the link is just simply because Facebook doesn't really like links. And even though the link is to the group instead of to outside of Facebook, I just feel like it looks better to use the tag. Okay. So again, what we're doing, the one live stream, right? Everybody has a few minutes a day, 5 days a week that you could go live. Okay. So if you're thinking about, okay, and especially if you want to do something like a series, okay, if you're live 5 days a week, why not do a series? Why not plan ahead of time and say, all right, I'm going to do 5 days a week. Not only is everyone going to know and expect you to be doing that live, but what happens is you show them a little piece on Monday, and then you show them the next piece on Tuesday, and the next piece on Wednesday, and then the next piece on Thursday. Now, that's why I love Q&As on Friday, because everyone has had a chance to kind of like capture the content, build up a lot of questions, and then now you're available to answer those questions. What's a beautiful thing too is you can do these series, and I use like coaching, for example. Well, how to automate your coaching business. That's what we're going to talk about this week, right? Monday, I'm going to show you how to create an offer for your coaching business. Tuesday, I'm going to show you how to actually build a sales funnel. On Wednesday, I'm going to show you how to set up the automations so that you're not doing anything manually. And then on Thursday, I'm going to show you how to actually get leads to your funnel. Now I've live streamed 5 days a week, right? We have our Q&A. Now I'm going to piece those things together, and now I have a complete course. I have not had to edit a video. I've not had to, really do anything. I'm just setting up my live stream. I'm going live and showing them how to do these things. And I've created very, very easily a course. Now, if you're doing this 5 days a week, how many courses do you think you're going to have at the end of the year? Quick math, 52, right?
52, yeah.
52 courses at the end of the year. Now, what happens when you say you create the series for a coach, right? Every single coach that you meet from that point on, you have a complete course that you can just share your links. Here's the playlist. I actually created a whole course to show you how to automate your coaching business. Oh, you're a coach? Great. Here's, let me give you some value, right? You're not asking for anything. If it's a YouTube link, now you're getting watch time, you're getting subscribers, all of these things. Because even if they don't like that series, they're probably going to binge watch a lot of your other videos. Now, if you're doing what I do and show people how to use HighLevel to do this, they're seeing how HighLevel can help them. It's not like some random thing that they just like, oh, how to post something on social media, and then they learn that little thing. It's like you're literally showing them an entire playlist and every step of the way how HighLevel, if that's what you're promoting, can be the solution to their business, their specific business that's relevant to them. Not like how to do a lawn care business, and then now I'm a coach and I have to figure out, oh, well, could I use that for my business? I'm not quite sure how that would work. You are answering all of these questions. By the time they're done watching this, if they don't sign up, they're not ready to work with you anyway. It's like you're doing all the selling with the content. All right, that was a mouthful. So let me know what you guys think and what questions that you have.
I think it was awesome. I think it's
Cool.
great. Yeah.
Cool.
I like what you did. I'm gonna rewatch this video like 10 times, plus the other ones that you sent me, and get OBS down.
Mhm. It's really worth the time. I say this all the time when you're choosing tools, you really have to choose, is this worth the time it's going to take to learn? It's like HighLevel. Yes, it's worth the time. OBS, absolutely. Canva, definitely. These are all, but it's like there's so many shiny balls everywhere, and you're like, oh, that's a great tool. But is it really worth the time to like look into? It's like we need solutions, not the next shiny ball. So yeah, hopefully that helps you guys, because this strategy addresses a lot of things that people struggle with. What kind of content do I create? How do I post it to all the social media channels? How do I send emails? And it's like you're going live one time and you're taking care of all of that. You've posted on all of your social media channels. You've sent an email. And you've just done the one live stream. You haven't had to edit. It's like the absolute best way to maximize your time. Charles, I think you were next, and maybe Maria.
Just real quick, and I think that we talked about this the other day, but I can't remember now. We talk about so much. When you're recording video and you want to highlight, like let's say on this call right here, but you wanted to highlight the individual speaker that's speaking, you can do that in OBS, or was that the other video platform that you were talking about?
So what do you mean by highlight?
If you want to, like right now, on the screen, it's everybody's picture, if that makes sense. But if you wanted to highlight the person that was speaking, does that make sense?
Yeah.
I thought you talked about how to do that.
If you're looking right now at your Zoom screen, right? If you look up in the top right-hand corner, there is a button that says either view, I think it says view for everyone, and then it'll have like speaker, gallery, or immersive. If you choose speaker, that's the one where whoever's speaking is going to be the one who's talking. So that is the best way. If you're going to take this video and you're going to chop it into like a short form video, that's the best way to do it. Because I was trying to figure that out myself, because it was so hard when you took the screen, right? One person's talking, but then it's like if you want it to be you, that you're in the short form video you're creating, now you have to expand that video so big because really you're just this little tiny like square instead of your face taking up the whole screen.
Okay, and you can do that. You can do that post, so it doesn't matter if you recorded it that way or not, or
if you're the host of the Zoom meeting, that's where it's going to matter. right? So if you are, and I'm not sure how Fathom works, but I think Fathom is going to record, because I know Zoom will record whatever I am looking at. So if I have it in speaker view, that's what it's going to record in, and that's
Okay.
what it's going to live stream. But I don't know about Fathom, how it's going to record if you're using your own in the meeting.
I got you. So there's no
I
way to
would
go back
think.
on old recorded Zoom
No.
videos if you got
No.
it. If you okay, understood.
Yeah, that's why it's like, and again, this is a part of just being efficient, because we're trying to think of, okay, well, what's the next step in this production, right? We're shooting
Right.
the video. Now, if I need to cut it into shorts, how can I get the best quality of that first video? Because I'm not going to be able to do that again.
Right.
When you're in speaker view, and somebody is sharing their screen, does the speaker go with the gallery, and the gallery or is the speaker still larger than the little thumbnails of everybody else? Like if you're sharing your screen and the recipient or whatever, maybe you or the recorder, what's going to happen? I mean, if you share your screen and I'm watching the speaker view and I see the big screen.
Your view is your view. It's not going to change anything that I'm doing. So it's like when you set your Zoom on speaker gallery or whatever, that's yours. It's not going to change the actual meeting or anything that is being recorded on my end.
So when the screen
Let
is
me
shared,
hold on you, Ray, just because
Sure.
Maria and Manny have their hands up.
Okay.
Maria, I think you were next.
Just a quick question about OBS. Can you use OBS because of that way it looks like a tunnel type of thing with one screen only? Yeah, I'm working on
So
one.
Ray was actually talking about that. Definitely get with him and he can show you that. It is something that you need to hide if you're going to be recording because of the one screen. So it does make it a little bit more complicated. But I think you could just record and then minimize the screen. But then it's like you have a little bit of editing. It's really hard with one screen.
Well, I have one screen and I recorded OBS yesterday, and basically I highlighted the browser, and so OBS is not the browser. So then whatever was on my browser is what it recorded, and it was fine. Like you can't see OBS at all. It was the entire screen. So, and I have no idea on earth what I'm doing. So I think that it's
So you think
doable.
you clicked on, when you had it open, you clicked on another browser, then you, of course you wouldn't, because you're recording.
When there's like these panels at the bottom, and that second panel from the left is where you click whatever the source is that you're pulling from. And
Okay.
so on that source, I just clicked there's an option or something that where you can basically select the browser, and then they have a list. Once you click that, they have a list of all your browsers that are open. And I was like, oh yeah, that's the one that I wanted. And I just clicked on it, and that was that. Yeah, she's put, yep,
You would
exactly.
choose there is a specific browser.
Browser, yep.
Yeah, so you would choose that and click OK, and then you would choose the browser that you want to be there.
Yep. Because that's going to name it the browser view, and then you'll see all your browsers and stuff like that. So it's definitely doable. Because I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh, I need to get another screen, but I made it work last night.
You made it work. That's a good thing to know.
And it was fine. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna work on that. I just have to learn that completely. And another question is, you talked about videos and posting them, and I think I asked this before, but I forgot. Posting the videos on your personal profile, Facebook versus your group. And I asked that before. Is it okay to post them in both, or does I mean it's okay? Because
I did for a long time. The only reason that I don't on my personal profile anymore, and instead I do the thumbnail and then send to my group, is because when you join my group, I'm capturing the email address. And so really, I just want to share with people like what I'm doing. And again, it's part of like empowering them to decide. I'm not a salesperson, and I have no interest in that whatsoever. But I love to create content, and I'm basically saying, hey, this is what I do. And if you like this, then join my group. So when they join my group, I'm capturing their email address. So I'm also, and of course, that's how I'm going to retarget them with my additional emails. I'm going to let them know every time I'm going live. That puts them in my system at that point. So I want to send them there. But if you don't have a group, then you absolutely could do your profile. And if you wanted to use the same content, you could. You could just add it to your profile and the group.
Well, then that's what I have to do because I've posted now consistently for over 30 days. And now, I mean, it's like they're not getting any traction. And I know that takes a long time, but, and I've used a technique that you just talked about, which was the series. Mine are not as sophisticated as yours. I decided to show my website. And then I said, oh, tomorrow I'll show you another piece. And then I said, the third video was like, because I was being lazy, I said, oh, now this is, I promised I would show you this part that I saved for today. I only saved it because I didn't know what else to do. So I did that. But I don't know. My last question, when you post on X.
Well, let me pause for just 1 second though, because that it took me 4 years to create this system, okay, to even think about how I can incorporate all of these series. So you're already on the right track by thinking about, okay, I'm going to do a series. I mean, you might have to do many, many, many before you're like, oh, this is, no, but that's the point. And you're doing exactly what you should do is you're creating the videos. You got started. Now look how far ahead you are now than what you were before. So awesome. Okay, go ahead.
And then on Friday, since I don't have a Q&A, I decided, I'm just putting it out there. I started doing, I said, what am I going to do on Fridays? I'm kind of tired by Friday. My brain's not working. So I decided to do a series on just an idea. Like today, I'm going to talk about perseverance. Last week, it was another thing. I don't even remember, but I titled it all Mindset Matters, because that's what came up on Canva on the little thing I saw. I said, oh, that's cool. So I kept it. And then it's the same color, like I'm putting the same thumbnail. So every Friday, instead of a Q&A, I'm doing like a Mindset Matters mindset thing and just talking about myself. I don't like to reveal a lot about myself, so I try to keep it kind of neutral because I think that's what people are more interested in. So that's what I'm doing.
You don't have to share every personal detail. I mean, I don't really share a lot about my personal life either. I mean, because I am pretty much a private person, and that's okay. Like, we're adults here. We don't, I'm not like doing pranks on people and all these things that like you know what I'm saying? Like, we're business people. Like I want to share what's relevant. But also what I wanted to tell you though, and to make sure to drive home to you, is that you're at this point where you need to level up. Okay.
Yes,
So you've got the pattern down, you're creating all these videos. Now you need to be proactive about finding the people on Facebook that would be interested in your videos. Because you're already creating the videos, you're in the habit, oh, that's great. But if not a lot of people are seeing them, it's like you need a lot of people seeing them for even a few sales, right? So that should be the next goal. Like, still continue. It's so hard at this point because you start to get so discouraged. You're like, nobody's even watching these videos and I'm working my butt off. But you have to keep doing it. It's like I just passed 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, and I just was reflecting about, like, I remember when I had 0 subscribers and I thought it was going to take a lifetime to get to 100. And then the idea of 1,000 seemed like some far off, like, land that no one's ever visited. And then I get 2,000 and 3,000. And now I'm like, I am actually at 10,000 subscribers. That is insane. But there was so many times I was creating videos that no one was watching. Okay. So keep doing it. Do not stop, because that you'll definitely fail 100% if you stop. So keep doing it. Just find the people who would be interested in those videos.
With my level up, I'm considering, well, I want to switch over and not just stop where I'm at Facebook and all the other platforms, but to increase my TikTok presence. Because for some reason I posted one video, and that video, it might be called going viral because I got almost to 1,000 people with one video, and it was at 800 and 900 and something people, almost at 1,000. When you hit 1,000 on TikTok, you can put your link And that's what I'm trying to get to. And create videos of what I've already created, break them down like you're talking about, and then post them on TikTok. And that's what I want to learn how to do. And I'm not sure. You said the other day to use CapCut. CapCut
You
or something?
can, but you could also use video. And I did a training on that Wednesday.
What's it called?
VIDYO.ai video.
I have
So
it.
it has AI. So you upload the videos you've already, this is why I love this. You've already created the video, right? Now video.ai is going to use AI to cut down the video, and it's going to choose those short form videos. So you could literally create like a 10-minute video and create 10 short form videos that you could upload to TikTok.
Oh, I better get on that. I think I saw that, but I was real busy this week, so couldn't do.
There's a free plan as well, and you can get like 75 minutes for free if you want to test it out.
Because if I can hit 1,000, that's something. Off of one video, I got that many people watching.
Yeah.
So I'm
Imagine how many you'll have after 100 videos.
Yeah, that video was a little bit. It just came to me, but it was a little bit much, and I just got. I just said I don't want to reveal so much of myself, and that video really took me to the next level. It showed what I didn't want to show, but hey, there it is. Whatever, but it did get me to go a little.
Isn't there a better feeling than
And my last question, real quick, I know other people have a question, is when you post on X, I've been watching your posts and yours come up. Can I show you how mine look and how? Okay, I'm gonna show you real quick because I don't like the way mine is looking. Let me see if I can find it here. This is X. Hold on. This is it. You see how you've got your post shows like that, right?
Mhm.
And mine shows like this. I don't know what I'm doing. See, yours is.
So the difference is mine is a direct video. So I'm actually live streaming into Twitter, X.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. So I see. So mine's will appear. Mine's is correctly posted like this, right?
Yeah. So yours is a link to, I don't know if that's an article. It looks like YouTube. So yeah, it's a link to a YouTube video instead of the direct video upload.
Okay. Okay. I was just checking if there was another way to upload that I don't know about, but thank you.
You're welcome. Manolo, I think you were next.
Yes. You said that the 4 days a week you record with OBS,
Mhm.
and then you send it to your other social media with
Restream.
yeah. But on Fridays you just record with Zoom.
I do. But I still use Restream. So
Okay.
the same way I create the event on Restream, instead of putting the RTMPS settings into OBS, I put it into the event in Zoom.
Okay. And Zoom records this video.
Uh-huh.
That's Zoom Premium, am I right?
Is it what?
Zoom Premium, not the free version.
Oh, it's the cheapest one. I think it's like $15 a month or something.
Okay. Thank you. I wanted to know that. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the only reason I even, which is funny, I know for like, if I wanted to have like 100, I think 100 or more people, you have to have like the webinar plan or whatever, but I've never had 100 people here. So yeah, the $14.95 or whatever plan is perfectly fine for me. Charles? Say your hand up.
Yeah, I put the video that you were talking about, the YouTube link in the chat for
Cool.
Maria. So hopefully you see that. So, and I heard you saying like creating the group. So then it would be better to do the group versus doing a page on Facebook, I guess, right?
I
Because those are
think,
two different those are two different things.
yeah. So this is something I've talked about a lot because it's something that everyone wants to know. When you like, how do you know when you need a business? And I actually have a video about it. Let me see if I can find it for you. But the issue is like, how do you know? Do you need a business page? Do you need your profile? Do you need a group? And it really just depends. But let me look in here.
Because then that was the other thing too. L Messenger, does that works on the pages too, right? Or it would just be for the group?
So L Messenger works on your personal profile.
Okay.
Okay. So, and the reason is because it's designed to, send friend requests and messages, and there's lots of tools that can do that with a business page, right? But the thing with using your personal profile, a business page, and a group, okay, the main differences is if you have a business page, one, it's more professional, right? If you have an agency or something like that, then you want to have a business page because you're probably going to run paid ads, and that's really the biggest part of having a business page. You do have to have that if you're going to run paid ads. They do have the option now where you can actually run paid ads on a personal profile if you're like in professional mode and all of that. But a lot of people will say don't do that because everything that you do on Facebook is linked to that personal profile. So if your personal profile gets banned or something like that, then now everything is gone. So if you're going to run ads, you have to have a business page. Now, when do you need to create a group over using your own profile? If you are like just getting started using Facebook for business, then I would definitely say use your profile. Use your profile like a group. Okay, so you're going to go out, you're going to find the perfect people. You're going to groups. Where are your perfect, client? Where are they hanging out? You're going to go to those groups. I always say choose 3, share something of value. And then, that's where you want to either send these people friend requests who are engaging with your content, or, there's lots of different strategies. I have videos all over the place, but this is your audience, right? So the goal is go to the groups where they're at, share value, so that the goal of the sharing the value is so that when these people in this group that are your perfect client, when they see your posts, and when I mean value, I don't mean I'm looking for 5 people who can become a millionaire next week or what, none of these lame things. I'm talking about if you're like in a chamber of commerce group and you want to share about the importance of Google reviews and things like that, and statistics and things that people are interested in, that's great value. So the point is, you're going to share this value. You want them to engage with it, and you want them to say, wow, I didn't know that, or thanks for sharing, or, oh, here's, yeah, I just discovered this too. And right. So this is what we're doing to get them to engage. We're positioning ourselves as the expert. We're getting them to engage. Now, the people who are engaging with us, we're sending them friend requests. Okay. So now the likelihood of them accepting is really good because they recognize our name. They recognize us as being the authority in what we're talking about. Now that they're in your network and your profile as a friend, now they're seeing all of these things that you're sharing, all these videos, all this content. Now is when we are going to get them to raise their hand and say, yes, I'm interested. So how do we do that? With these lead magnets, right? So you guys have seen me on my Facebook profile. I'm sharing all the same things that I give to you guys, like all of the the prompts, like the A2P compliance script generator, the terms of service generator, like those things. And of course, they have links that go to my website. So not only am I saying that, like, who wants this? I'm actually encouraging them to comment below where I'm going to send them the link to my group, the post where they can grab that free thing. So I'm giving the free thing in my group. So the people in my group are like, oh my gosh, Bridget's always giving free stuff, which I love. So when I do the @everyone tag, I'm always giving something free. So many people just use that for sales stuff. I want the people in my group to be like, Bridget just tagged me on something. I know that's something free. I know that that's something valuable I got to check out. So I'm training them to know that I'm the value spot. I'm not I'm going to sell you everything. I'm not like the queen of upsells, right? I'm the queen of like giving you things. I want to be a resource. So they're getting into my group, but of course, that's where I'm capturing their email address. So I don't need to build opt-in pages for everything that I'm doing. I have that wall that is my group that once they get past that, then I could just share whatever I want to. I don't have opt-in pages. I don't have any of that because I already have their contact info.
Makes sense.
Manolo?
So you could create a group on a page.
You can create a group and connect it to your page.
Connected to my page, because I have several pages And of
Yeah.
course, I don't want to put it on my personal one. Now, I was gonna look up on how to create a group in Facebook. I have a lot of pages, but I don't have any groups. But do you have a link that you know how to create a group? You were gonna put something on the chat.
I was looking for that video that I just explained about, like, whether you need like a profile or and I could not find it. So I don't want to like waste my time looking for it like while I'm live. But I know that it's on my YouTube channel and I just can't remember the title of it. Now, how to create a Facebook group, it's actually very simple. And there are tons of training on everywhere of how to
I look
create a
it up.
Facebook group. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, but let me just show you quickly where you can go. So all you need to do is go to, let me share this. Okay, so when I first saw this, I was like, what is that? So you just want to, on your personal profile, you're just going to want to go to groups, and then you're going to go to create a new group. It's just that simple. Now, when it gets into like, what should you put in the group and how to set up the questions and automate all of that, I do have training on that as well.
Now, how do I link that group to my page, to the business page?
There's a place in the settings in your business page. I would have to dig around to find it, but it'll say like, do you want to like link a group? So you'll have to make the admin of your business page will have to be the admin of the group, and then it will allow you to link the two.
Well, I'm the admin for everything, for every group, for every page I have.
Yeah, I think you can do that. I don't know but like on the business page too, you can choose like if you want them to message you, you can choose like your call to action. And one of your calls to action will be that you can send them to the group. So that's what I do too.
Thank you.
Yeah, like everything that I do on Facebook, everything, every post, anything that I'm doing, all goes to my group. All right, you guys, we have, I want to make sure to get the wheel here. Let me get the names added to the wheel. I remembered. Maria didn't have to remind me. Actually remembered. Okay, so let's see. We have Miss Maria, we have Ray, we have Manolo, and we have Charles. And we have Ricky. Okay, so Maria, Ray, Manolo, Charles, Ricky. Am I missing anyone? Nope. Okay. Share my screen. Okay, so I'm sure that you guys know, but just for everyone watching, whoever wins, they will receive a free consultation with me or 2 reseller licenses added to their account. So I'm going to go ahead and spin. And it's Ray. Ray won last week too.
How did that happen? 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thanks.
Congrats.
You're going to get tired of looking at my face, Ray.
No. As a matter of fact, if we have time, I wanted to show you guys something.
Yeah.
But I would like a consultation with you, please. And let me tell all of you, as if you didn't know, she is just absolutely fantastic. And on a one-to-one consultation, I got a lot done today. I learned what silly things I'm not doing and how to find the right answers to some things. And so, I mean, it was just worth its weight in gold.
Good, I'm glad.
Yeah. But I've got a problem with that, though. You have an automated message back and said, if I have contributed anything good, could you leave a deal? But that erases my previous one, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And there's no way to tell the system if you've already done it or not.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Yeah, it's just an automated thing.
But I think the last one I gave was pretty uplifting, and so I'll leave it there. And maybe, if I'll save this email, I'll go out there and do it again later. But I appreciate
only one time's fine. I do wish that there was a way that it would like know if someone has done it or not. But I'm sure there's an automation that I could set up. But if you guys are not requesting reviews after your consultations and things like that. Oh my gosh, you're missing the boat. Most of my reviews, and I send them right to Google, just like we all should. Most of my reviews come from those consultations. So definitely make sure to build that into your system. Go ahead, Ray. What
Okay,
tips and tricks are you going to share with us today?
I think this will be fun. I'm going to talk more about what I've been learning through, just a second, let me get this screen. Can you see my, wow. Hopefully you can
Dummy
see.
text.
Yeah, you see the dummy text.
Yeah.
Remember I showed you some of this before, but it's the Windows plus a plus. So go find your plus key and hold down Windows and hit plus. And it brings up this magnifier, but it's not just a magnifier. And so first I'll do the magnifier and I'll click on this, whoa, and this. And what that does is it allows you to go to the other screen. This is my other screen. That's outside the backyard there. And so I've got a double screen, and the Windows magnifier can go up to 600 or more. So, I mean, for those of us that are a little bit need more than just glasses, or our glasses don't always work, that magnifier is just really great. And so you get to this little deal here by the Windows and the plus key, Windows plus. But it's got tons of other things that you can deal with. So let me just put my cursor right there, and I'm going to hit Control Alt Click. And so I'll put it there and click.
Habitant more by Tristaki Senectus et Netus et Malshuita Fames AC. Lacus et.
Okay, that's enough of that. But anyway, you can see what's going on. This is really powerful. You can also click, maybe you can see I've got to do a little cleanup here on my desktop, but that happens a lot. If I click on one and ask it to do it,
Video development.
I'll click over on here and ask it to do that.
Install Updraft Plus.
So you can do that on anything as long as it's highlightable, and you can just have it talk to you. So if a cheap way of having a book read to you is bring the book up here and just start up here and say, I'm going to go do some other things, but
Desktop 1.
That's not it. That's reading the very, very top. So I'll click on that and click on that.
Desktop 1.
Oh, well, I'll do it the easy way. See, when you highlight it, it says Control Alt Enter to play and pause. Okay, I'll put that. I'll try this. Control Alt Enter.
Lorem ipsum do lower sit amit. Insecti turat.
And so I stopped it with Control Alt Enter. I just learned something. Just by hovering over that, it told us what to do. And you can play or pause by Control Alt Enter. It's a toggle switch. And then you can go to the next sentence.
Non arcurisus keys ver orner quam vibra orsi sagit viliti gestus dua.
Okay, that's enough of that, but you get the idea. And you can read an audiobook this way. I mean, a book, and turn it into an audiobook for you to read if you're doing something else. You know, you could go wash your hands and listen to this at the same time, and it'll play it to the very, very, very end. So I've used up too much time, but that's what I wanted to show you.
And if you're a narcissist, you can just copy all of that text and put it in HeyGen and listen to your own voice read it to you.
Yeah. Or do it in Descript or something. Wouldn't that be?
You know, we were talking a lot about using OBS when we're screen recording. And one of the things about when you're live streaming, you can't do all those cool functions where you can, like, you know, you're explaining something and you like zoom into the screen, you know, but if you use something like that, you could do that, you know, especially if you get used to using the short keys, and then you can actually, you know, increase your level of production, especially like with tutorial videos and things like that. So thank you, Ray, for sharing. I appreciate it. Manolo?
Yeah, since we were there, I wanted to tell Ray and everyone else about Tabbox. I don't know if you're familiar with that. I put the link on the chat. You could get a group of tabs, and I noticed that Ray had a whole lot of shortcuts on his screen. And Tabbox, you can make groups of tabs, and rather than have them open all the time, like if you're gonna do AI tabs, you know, all these tools, you could put them in a single tab box and then close it. And when you need it, just bring it up, and all the ones will come up. That way you don't have so many shortcuts open at the same time.
Oh, cool.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, cool. It was called
Tab Box. It's in
I
the
put the
chat.
link on the
Okay. Oh, I see. So TABOX.
OX. It's a shortcut from Chrome, but it
Cool.
will save you. I mean, it's so awesome because I got a lot of, quite a few companies that I have to have all those tabs open at the same time.
Yeah.
But I can't have 200 tabs open. So what I do is I make groups and I just save them. And whenever I need to add, you could update them and you have them all in single group.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for everything. Have a good day, all guys.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope you have an awesome weekend and Merry Christmas to everyone. Of course, we will not be live on Monday because that is Christmas, but I will see you all on Tuesday. Have an awesome weekend and go make your vision a reality.
Thank
Bye.
you.